Cancer. Hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancer Collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Cancer Collective here in late January? At the time of this filming, we're in Aquarius season. But what energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer in late January. What's the vibe? What's the energy for my good friends? There we go. Cool. So yeah, this is always big water sign energy to me. It's like very etheric, very dreamy. I always like it. I think that it can be great for a lot of reasons, especially in a water sign reading. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So it's a very interesting piece of imagery, right? We see this lady. She kind of looks like she's doing some yoga or contorting her body in some kind of way. There's a blanket. It just feels like a dreamscape to me. I always think that. Now, if we're talking about more spiritual stuff, this could speak about meditation, manifestation, prayer, speaking with the inner voice. So for a lot of cancers, I'm not sure if you're in that mode and vibration right now, but that could be a very good thing. This just feels like you in your comfort zone. So I'm not sure what's going on, but the energy could be comfy, cozy, especially for a Cancer where it's like, yeah, no, I'm cool here. The energy seems to flow. Now, the downside to this, sometimes it could be an energy that kind of feels in limbo, like kind of up in the air. So we're going to have to look and see if we get those themes throughout the rest of the reading, because it's kind of just hanging in a liminal space, right? But it's great for creativity, creative expression, great ideas. And you might be having some really interesting dreams. If you've been a little stressed lately, Spirit might want you to rest and recuperate, recharge the batteries. There's an energy of recovery here. So we're just going to let her chill out. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Cancer. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled Big Karmic Breakthrough. Now, for a lot of you, if it hasn't happened yet, there is an energy of a situation actually breaking through for you. So whether it's something that has stalled out and you haven't been seeing a lot of progress, and now here we go, now we're moving, now we're cooking. That was the type of energy. For another portion of you, if there's things from the past that you've been dealing with or healing through, the energy I saw last week was great for aha moments, eureka moments, and breakthroughs in the inner realm, similar to that. So just know that energy could linger for a couple weeks, but we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Cancer in late January. What is the energy for my good friends? There we go. Cool. Great start. Great start. So 2 cards pop out together. The very first one, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. It's one of the best cards in the deck, and it is followed up by another pretty darn good one. We got the 3 of Cups right next to it. Yeah, we'll look into this. I mean, just like with every card, they all have their upside, they all have their downside, but I mean, that combination is really nice. Let's get one more. What do we got for Cancer? Thank you. Lovers. Cool. So, yeah, listen, I'm seeing a lot of different relationship types showing up here. So it doesn't mean it's just romance. Like there's friendship, there's romance, there's family. It's like the whole scape of interpersonal connection showing up here. And again, it doesn't just have to be that. If you're dealing with work things, we'll dig into it deeper. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I always like to look at the elements, and we have a pretty nice mixture this week. And I always get, and I think it's important. It tells us the areas of life that could be highlighted. When we get too much of one element, that makes the energy a little lopsided. So we're nice. We got earth, water, air. So these could be different areas of life, totally different situations. But if it's the same thing, we're looking okay right now. When it comes to earth, That's more of the sense of security, sense of stability. It could represent anything material world based. So we think of work, career, job, business, investments. We could think about home and family and living situations with the earth. The downside to earth energy, sometimes it could be a little too heavy. Sometimes it could be a little too intense or slow. Like it's a clunky type of energy here, but I'm not necessarily feeling that. I'm just trying to show you how the elements work. In position number 2, we have the cups, which is emotion. That's your comfort zone. That's the water. So the internal world, just like we saw with that first oracle card. So we could speak about how your emotions are right now. Are they up? Are they down? Are they a little bit of both? This could speak about things or people that we care a great deal for. Cups definitely tie closely into interpersonal relationships, but it's also that creative spark. So the creativity, the thinking outside of the box. The downside to the water energy, sometimes it could get a little too stuck in its feelings or a little too stuck in its head. And it is also that up in the air type of energy. And then here on the back end, we have air. Air is logical, it's pragmatic, it's extremely intelligent. It does speak about processing information. It's great for strategy and planning and communication. That's a big thing with air. The downside to air is sometimes it could be a little detached, sometimes it could be a little cold, whereas like earth is very reliable. Air is always flowing, it's always moving. So we have a nice mixture of stuff going here. Let's go through and start building it out piece by piece. Position number 1, we start with one of the greats, right? We have the 10 of Pentacles right here, and you see that happy family. They even got a couple of puppies surrounded by the 10 Pentacles. Beautiful stuff. So it always leans positive whenever it shows up to me. So even if you're cross watching for a Cancer, this could be a really good thing. I think of expansion. I think of wins. I think of victories. I think of level up type of energy whenever I see the 10 of Pentacles. It could also be feeling very safe, very secure, feelings of stability. So I like this. It's warm and fuzzy. That's what I always say when I get this card. It's like, yeah, it gives me the warm and fuzzies. This is great for work things. This is great for career based things because we have the expansion, we have the level up. The downside, and I don't even want to call it a downside, it can represent the people closest to you, right? So we think of family. So like remember family, then we got friends, and then we got one-on-one relationships showing up here. So we have the full scheme of personal connection showing up. So there might be something going on with the family or family members. The downside to the 10 of Pentacles, though, sometimes it could be stubborn. Sometimes it's a not so changeable type of energy, and we'll keep a very close eye on it. Now, moving to the middle, as we get this 10 of Pentacles right back where it belongs by that amethyst, we have the 3 of Cups. Beautiful. Now, I know in some circles this card gets a rough reputation. A lot of people see the 3 of Cups and are like, third party this, third party that. And that can be the case. But when I see 3 people gathered around raising a toast, to me it seems like they're celebrating, right? Especially next to a card like this 10 of Cups. They're happy, they're having a good time, they're celebrating something. So this is joyousness, it's merriment, it's having a good time. This card can closely tie into leisure activities and hobbies or just doing something that you enjoy, which is great. Now, the downside of this card, yes, it could be the funky group dynamic. So we'll look and see because any 3 could represent your circle of influence, the people around you. So we'll see if there's any funky dynamics like that, whether it's friends, family, coworkers, whatever. But this card can sometimes represent excess. Like it's good to have a good time. Nothing wrong with that. It's actually necessary. But sometimes this card can go a little overboard, if you know what I mean. So we'll take a look at the 3 of Cups and see what's up with that. Now moving to the back end, we have another beautiful energy. We have the Lovers, and we see the Archangel Raphael there. We got the Adam and Eve symbolism. This is beautiful. Now, as far as zodiac signs go, this connects to Gemini. So if you're connected to Gemini or you have Gemini placements, that could easily be it. But obviously, it's a card of soul ties, soul connections, someone that is very, very important to us. Doesn't just have to be a lover, doesn't just have to be romance. It could be a really good friend or a family member, someone that's like a kindred spirit. That's what I think of when I see the Lovers. Someone that's meant to be in your life for a purpose. Now, if we take away the veneer of personal connections from this card, this is huge for healing, especially with the Archangel Raphael. So it's like a nice, soft, soothing, healing type of energy, which fits the theme with what we saw last week. So I really like the Lovers here. And again, if you're not having any things going on with the people around you or personal connections, to me, this is an easy flowing, easy going, silky smooth type of energy. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Cancer. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. I'm feeling optimistic about this spread. Yes, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is that Ten of Pentacles here? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here for my good friends? Thank you. Ace of Cups. I mean, it's like one after another, one good thing after another. I haven't seen a spread with so much overwhelming positive energy for the Cancer Collective in a very long time. You know, a lot of times with the Cancer readings, I notice like, yeah, there could be some great stuff coming in, but then there's this one little thing that shows up where it's like, so far, and I really don't want to jinx it. This energy is amazing. The Ace of Cups, big with communication, can represent offers and opportunities and emotional expression. So, like when I see the Ten of Cups with the the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups, I'm like, damn, like how much better can this get? Obviously, this is some sort of win or victory or something going your way. And it could be exciting news coming in for some of you. It could be having a conversation that just makes you feel happy or makes you feel whole. There's just something about this that's really good and claimable energy. So, despite what you might be going through, even if you're a cross watcher, I feel like so far this reading is all claimable. And again, we don't want to jinx what we got coming up. But when I see the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups, if this is not a massive offer or opportunity coming your way, to me, I'm just going to put the blanket term of a win, like something coming. Like I just love it. With the Ace and then the 10, it's like everything. It's like a big picture thing. So this is great energy. So I'm expecting some nice stuff to come in for the Cancer Collective this week, regardless of what you're going through. Let's keep moving. We're going to go in on the Three of Cups. Hopefully this energy stays strong. But we're looking nice, my friends. Definitely one of the better spreads. And like even if we were to get like Ten of Swords and Tower, or Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords, I don't think I'd be concerned at this point. I don't think so. But let's see. Let's see what the Three of Cups has. How's the Three of Cups here for Cancer? Thank you. Yeah, I mean better. Even better. So we have the Emperor in the upright, big Aries energy. So I'm not sure if you're connected to one. When I think of the Emperor, if we're not talking about a person, this could be someone in a position of authority. It could be a paternal figure as well. But the Emperor is the King of Kings, right? The Emperor is the big boss in charge. So like when we see the Emperor clarifying the Three Cups, it's like I'm having a good time and I'm doing it purposely and I got control over this. Don't worry about it. That's how the vibe feels to me. So if there is something that you've been dealing with where you've been worried or it's been weighing on your mind, when I see the Three of Cups with the Emperor, it's like I got this under control. Like I got this. So again, more of this energy that's just making me feel excited and feeling really happy for you guys. This is great. Um, Especially for work career things, when I see the Three of Cups with the Emperor, it's like making a really good impression with somebody of significance as well. So it's like we have a nice thing here with social connections too. So it's like maybe you'll be introduced to somebody that holds some sort of sway. Like I know I'm getting very specific here, but I just love the energy from top to bottom, especially for those of you dealing with like work or career based things. Now might be a very, very good time to put feelers out because it's like one thing after another. It's like I'm making a good impression. People look at me in a positive light. So just to make it easier, though, we already got wins and victories and all that good stuff. But the Three of Cups with the Emperor, if there's something you've been worrying about it, the Emperor's like, you got this, or like, don't even worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Let's keep going over to the Lovers and see what shows up. And so far, Cancer, the reading this week has been stellar. So let's see what the Lovers has. Let's hope to finish it off strong. So what do we have here with Archangel Raphael? Thank you. And yeah, we complete the sweep. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to have the best week of your entire life, but some of you might. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright underneath the Lovers, my friends. I mean, we have energy from like coming from beneficial places all over, right? It's like we got the friends and the family and the support system, and then we got social connections and meeting people and not having to be worried. Now we have the Lovers with the Knight of Cups. It's just that this energy flows. So again, you might be dealing with some stuff. I'm not saying everything is going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows and puppies, but the energy is working for you in a beautiful, beautiful way. And it's actually very exciting for me to read. It's a standout reading compared to what I've seen for the rest of the zodiac this week. Because there have been some good readings, but there haven't been readings that have been this good. I'll tell you that. So I would expect lucky bounces, lucky breaks, things to just seem to fall into place, things that may have been stressing you or bothering you, resolving themselves. To me, there's just so much energy of things clicking into place. So, I mean, I'm not even going to use the same labels we've been seeing. Now, we'll talk about the one on one connections, though, just for those of you watching this for that. The Knight of Cups, aside from being one of your power cards, is the Prince Charming, lover boy, smooth talker of the whole entire tarot deck. It's one of the biggest love cards there is. So, in the upright, underneath the lovers, this is major. This is major. Whether this is someone that's already in your life showing up prominently, someone potentially coming back into your life in a very prominent way, or even a new one for some of you. I know not everyone's looking for that, but there is a person of significance showing up heavily in this time. Aside from all the other stuff, there's multiple people of significance, but this one feels major, major. So, Cancer, I love your reading from top to bottom this week. It's probably one of the best ones I've done for you in a very, very long time. Let's go through and do a quick recap, and we'll get into Shadow. I'd say this is all very claimable this week, where things start falling into place and stresses start melting away. Who doesn't want that, right? But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups in the upright. Massive offer or opportunity coming in. Or just a blanket statement when there is a lot of support here for money, finances, and work. So if you're in that realm, it's here. But we also have the emotional as well. It's like we have the full picture of wins and victories. In the center, we have the Three of Cups with the Emperor in the upright. There could be something that may be bothering you or has been bothering you, where Spirit's like, it's under control. Like, there's nothing to worry about. Like, you got this. That's how this energy feels to me. Which again is easier said than done, but I love the confidence in the positive result that I'm picking up. And there's this good energy about connecting with people that are going to be beneficial to your journey. On the back end, we have the Lovers with the Knight of Cups. I mean, that's self explanatory. Even if you know a little bit about tarot, it's great for one on one connections. So, whether this is someone in your life, someone coming in or coming back in, there's someone of significance showing up in this time. So, please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to take a look, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card going. What do we got for Cancer, please? Oh, okay. That almost flew off the deck. I mean, you can't make this up, my friends. Even in the shadows, we have the Lovers again. Again. So, I mean, it's here. It's here. It's all over the place. We've been speaking about the people coming into our lives and the people that are in our lives in a very, very big way this week. There's a huge highlight on that area, even if that's something you're not looking for or focusing your energy on, because I know like a lot of the readings I do aren't solely love based. There is this strong affection that I'm picking up. Now, we will talk about the shadow side of the Lovers as well. I'm not just going to be all, peaches and cream with you. We already spoke about it in its positive light, but what might be the downside of the Lovers? Whether it represents unfinished business or unhealed situations, the Lovers could be that, especially with the Archangel. But it can also represent a person that really left a mark on you. And I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad. It's someone that was extremely significant for your journey. This is a huge card of karmic connections where it's like our souls agreed to this beforehand. So do with that information what you will. I still am of the opinion that for a lot of Cancers, this week is going to be a great one. But we're going to let that chill right there, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The January subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, or if you'd like to see what 2026 has in store for you, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The January schedule's already up, so you could go check it out and see what's available. It's going quick, but for the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's absolutely adorable and is great for readers of all skill levels. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments from today's reading which card spoke to you the most. Even if the reading didn't quite hit, which card was giving you those warm and fuzzies or really caught your attention. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.